Well, folks, Nintendo finally has announced the Switch 2, and I gotta be honest, I'm very, very excited. I'm mostly relieved that the system has been revealed because all these speculations and rumors and leaks that have been literally happening every single day has just been exhausting to see in my timeline. But I gotta give credit to people like Nate the Hate and some of the leaks out there because they didn't miss with this one. Now, taking a look at the website, you can see it says Nintendo Switch 2. The logo and everything was what we expected it to be as well. And of course, releasing in 2025, the trailer. And here is this is just a 3D image of the system itself. You can see the Joy-Cons, how they kind of just snap into place, the magnetic style Joy-Cons. And look, everything, again, that we've seen from these leaks, the Genki leaks and the 3D prints, everything seems to be exactly as it was. So that's really interesting to see, but we can get a closer look at how the system looks. The bezel actually here is very, very thin, so that is very, very encouraging to see because I know there was that some of the 3D prints kind of showed the bezel being, a lot kind of thicker in that regard. But scrolling down more, you can see here it says you can play Nintendo Switch 2 exclusive games as well as Nintendo Switch games on Nintendo Switch 2. So obviously, once again, just reconfirming or reiterating that backward compatibility is supported in the system, which is very, very good. But you'll notice here, there is a quick note here. Nintendo Switch 2 plays both physical and digital Switch games. Certain Nintendo Switch games may not be supported or on fully compatible with Switch 2. Details will be shared on Nintendo's website at a later date. Now, Nintendo is giving us a couple of hints about the new screen. Obviously, this is the larger 8-inch screen on the Nintendo Switch 2, but also keep in mind the bezel thickness here is quite large. It's kind of the same, really, as the original Switch. And I know some people are a little disappointed about, the bezel thickness on this new model, but I will say that I think there's probably going to be an OLED system or some type of revision at a later date that does enhance some of that stuff. But look, having original Nintendo Switch games running on the Switch 2, backward compatibility, full backward compatibility via digital and physical means is a very, very good thing. And look, I'm curious from a technical aspect how they were able to pull this off. I did make a video talking about the difficulty Nintendo would have with backward compatible games, and look, I think they were finally able to, solve for that. Now the question is, how did they manage to do that? And I think once we get a close look at the system and its features, its specifications, we can begin to understand how that process was solved for. But look, very exciting news that backward compatibility, both digital and physical, is here. So we'll have to see what some of these games that aren't supported would entail. Maybe it's games that didn't kind of run properly on, say, the Switch Lite, for example. But hopefully that list of games that is not compatible is quite small, and I would expect it to be. The system looks really, really interesting, looks really cool, but I definitely want to see more here. You can see this is Mario Kart running on this new system, so I guess there is some gameplay there, and that's the new dock, of course, with the kind of the rounded edges as well. But hey, look, ultimately, nothing really different. No big surprises here. You could say that some people are probably going to be a little bit disappointed, but I think most of us are just happy that Nintendo has officially unveiled the Switch 2, and we can look forward now to the Direct, which will be in April. And look, I think there's going to be a lot of interesting and exciting things to come from Nintendo when it comes to the Switch 2. So this is very exciting. I'm very excited that Nintendo has finally announced this system, and we're going to get a closer look at it in April. We'll get some really big game announcements, and I think during that time, it's really going to open up the floodgates. We're going to get more information about the specifications of the system and just exactly what we're looking at. Hopefully we'll get more information about the pricing as well. And I think you have to really just give credit to people like Nate the Hate and some of the leaks out there, the 3D renders and the Chinese leaks. It's very easy just to disregard it and just call it all BS. But look, these people that are pulling up these shipping logs and kind of gathering information, they obviously didn't miss with this one, because what we're looking at here is exactly what we saw at CES with Genki and various other 3D renders that we've seen. But hey, the Switch 2 is here. Finally, it's been revealed. I'll be definitely covering it on this channel, and this is really just more of a heads up to let you guys know that, hey, now that the system has been announced, there is an opportunity for me to start talking about it more in a public forum. We're definitely going to be covering all things Nintendo Switch 2 on the channel. We're going to be doing a full teardown of the system. We're going to be checking out the hardware. And look, I'm very excited. I think it's going to be a very cool piece of kit. But we're going to leave it here for today's episode. This was a quick one just to let everyone know the Switch 2 is finally here. And let me know your thoughts in the comments below. What do you think about the system? What do you think about the reveal? Give me your take on everything Switch 2 related. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and we will catch you in the next episode. Bye for now.